Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Not a Roadrunner. So today's episode, I would say it's one of those things of if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I suppose really what I ended up doing. So I took the Plymouth for a wheel alignment because I was getting the wheels balanced, and the new tyres fitted to them. And I was like, oh, while I'm here, I might as well get it aligned. And it basically ended up driving worse, which I was really confused about. And I was like, I don't understand why this has got worse. What it turns out is the whole front end suspension is pretty much every bushing was completely and utterly shot. I ended up taking it to a guy in Finchingfield called Oak Hill Speed Shop. And really nice guy, really down to earth, really honest, I guess. You know, oh, this needs doing, but this doesn't need doing, this needs doing. None of this like, oh, we're just going to charge you for all of this. He was like, I'm going to make sure you know exactly what you're going to pay before we order it all and before we start going. So really nice bloke. And yeah, well worth doing. Yeah, I was going to try and tackle this myself because I thought, well, that'd be quite fun, you know, but I'm taking my sister to prom in the Plymouth, and that was, at the time, it was about a week, 2 weeks, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks. So basically it took a week for the stuff to come, and he was like, you know, give me some time, and he managed to get it done. Really, he turned it around in a few days once the parts had arrived. So really good service. I really can't complain at all. So yeah, I'm going to take you along for the journey and show you how literally shagged the suspension was. It was awful. Honestly, I can't tell you. I don't understand how I was driving it around. But it could be because the wheels have been on it. The excess grip and the larger tyres might have exaggerated the wear on the bushings and therefore has like caused it to happen. So it could be because of the new wheels basically. But yep, let's get to it. I'll show you what happened and what it looks like now. This is the Oak Hill Speed Shop, and as you can see, he loves an American car. This is run by Kev, and he is an absolute lad. He really did look after me and get me sorted for my sister's prom. So first things first, you can definitely tell that the car was pulling to the left because it basically just couldn't hold an alignment, but those wheels are definitely towing to pull me to the left-hand side. So Kev got it up on the ramp, and this is the better side, if you can actually believe it. That is how much play we have in our bushings. So that's the torsion bar mount bushings and lower control arm bushings. It's pretty much the whole front suspension that the bushings are absolutely ruined on. And as you can see on the passenger side, the whole front suspension is basically moving, which means that the ball joints also need replacing. As you can see here, the lower control arm bushing has definitely seen better days.
It's looking a little bit second hand.
So with the suspension basically stripped down to nothing, the main problem sort of arose, and I'll let Kev explain what's going on.
Main problem we're suffering with is this lower arm bush. This one here, as you can see, there was just nothing left. The outer part of the bush there, that comes off, and that should fit in there of a bush, but it's just a nice new bush to go in once I've taken this bit out of here. Tune in soon, I'll have it done.
So we went for a polybush kit, which was by Energy Suspension, and as you can see right here, the play on the driver side and the passenger side severely reduced and is nice and tight. So as you can see here, driving home, the car is actually so much more responsive. The car isn't actually moving when I'm turning the steering wheel, but I can feel it binding, the actual wheels gripping the road and starting to turn me, which you never used to get before. It was just really floaty. It was honestly like driving a boat before. But it really does make a huge difference swapping it to polyurethane bushings. So if you have a classic car, I would really highly recommend it. So the car is feeling and driving so nicely. It actually, that's the furthest I've ever taken it. I drove it about 30 miles to drop my sister off at the prom. It got a little bit hot, but apart from that, it drove brilliantly. Drove the whole way there. It was fun, actually. It was really enjoyable to take it that far and not really have to worry about it. So thank you so much to Oak Hill Speed Shop. And if you do have a classic American car, or to be fair, even a classic car, I would definitely hit them up if you need anything doing to your motor. So I really hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Please subscribe, and I'm going to be releasing an episode every 2 weeks. So please stay tuned for that and ding the bell to get notifications for whenever I post. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.